Hello folks, it's the Ides of March when Julius Caesar got his comeuppance, but here in a tunnel it's a lovely spring day, 17 degrees, and you can see things starting to grow. The early strawberries putting on a bit of growth there, the lettuce that I sowed back in the beginning of February pricked out and now ready to, I can see by the roots, they're ready to move on again into the final position. And the early crop of potatoes sown about 2 weeks ago, the first earlies. And here's the first sowing of vegetables that we did back on the 1st of February. And we're very slow to start off with, but everything's come nicely. The leeks have really shown themselves well. The broad beans are fantastic. 9 out of 10. The Mons 2 not so good, 5 out of 10. Everything else is grand. And we've started the second sowing now. See if we can do any better. And there's a whole lot of seedlings on the table doing quite well. Some tomatoes, some annuals and some perennials. And then we have this tray of mallows. These make fantastic big showy plants, about 4 foot tall. And these mallows, now they've been pricked out into this little compartmentalized tray. But at this stage I can see the roots are starting to show through the bottom, and that's a sure sign that they're ready to be potted on, and that's what we're going to be doing next. And these little seedlings are then going to go through the process. They're going to be planted out into this size pot, and after 2 or 3 weeks, when the roots show themselves, they can be potted onto that middle-sized pot, and after another 2 or 3 weeks or more, when they're ready, we planted it out into the big, we transferred into the big pot. And then finally, after 2 or 3 weeks in that pot, it could be ready to plant out in the prairie, in sometime in June probably. And it's tempting to put the little seedling into the big pot and try and circumvent the process, but it doesn't work. They have to go through the time-consuming business of moving from one slightly bigger pot to another slightly bigger pot. And that little plantlet, if it had been put into the big pot, would probably just sit there and not thrive, probably be sitting there for weeks and weeks, and then it would become more susceptible to fungal attack or slug attack. So best to go through the process. And here's a better illustration really. This is the next stage. This is another hardy perennial. This is an AMI, and it's now ready to be put onto planted out to the next bigger pot. And you can see the roots coming out of the bottom of this plant here. They're ready to go into a bigger pot. If they had been left in this pot, they would then start curling around the bottom of the pot, and it would all become pot bound, slowing the whole process down. So into the big pot there, and add some more compost around the side, stem it in, and that's ready to go on to the next stage. Thank you. Potting seedlings on stages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nature takes its course. Nature takes its course. Thank you folks, bye.